Before you spend another $3,000 on that CRM software that you're convinced will solve all your business problems, don't make the mistake that I made. You need to understand something that might save you from being misled by these companies on when you need to pull the trigger on something like this. Most contractors think they need a fancy software to scale past $1 million or $2 million, but here's the truth. If you can't manage your business and people with at least a spreadsheet and a WhatsApp group, a $10,000 CRM isn't gonna magically fix your chaos. In fact, it'll just make things worse, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Let me give you a real life story. I had a contractor last week tell me about his situation. Guy is doing around $500,000 and is drowning in chaos, and recently clicked on an ad and then it got pitched like a CRM demo, promising him to solve a bunch of problems. It was gonna replace his QuickBooks, do time tracking, estimating, and has an AI feature. So in his mind, this thing is gonna get him off the job site, give his wife and the business a fun project to focus on without taking up too much of his time and bandwidth. Sounds reasonable, right? Right? Wrong. I seen firsthand contractors pull trig on something like this, only to come out 6 months later with less money in their bank account and more chaos. This happens because CRMs actually magnify your existing chaos. Okay, Amber, we get it. What's the solution? You need 3 things before you get a CRM. Number 1, a process map. Number 2, a habit. And number 3, a checklist to see if your team is ready. I had a contracting business that was able to completely run without me. And right now I run contracting.com, where basically I get paid to help over 600 contractors and remodelers just avoid doing dumb things in their business like I used to. You need to understand what a CRM really is. It technically stands for Client Relationship Management. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the real definition. It's a fancy spreadsheet that does some things automatically. It's fancy because it can give you data, allow multiple people to use it, and it works with other apps. It's a spreadsheet because you still need to input information, sort it, organize it, use it on your computer consistent. So if you already suck at using spreadsheets, then why on earth would you get a spreadsheet on steroids? So here's actually what you need first. It's called a process map. I want you to consider for a moment that your business is just the culmination of a bunch of processes. The first thing is you need to document exactly how the most important parts of your business actually work. Not how you think it works or how you want it to work, how it actually works. Here's a real example from a process that I had in my business. So let's say you want to make sure that every client gets a 5-star experience. Well, you need to map out different touch points. So for example, I first scheduled an email 2 weeks before starting time. I would do material confirmation 1 week before. The day before, I'd have a reminder call, and then I would send daily photo updates throughout the project, and then I would do a final walk around with the client. Now that's an example of a good process. Your process might not exist, that's fine. But that's why I made this YouTube channel, so you can see more of our processes that help my business partner, for example, go from 1 location to over 18 in 2 years. That's just step 1, writing down your processes, improving them, and then connecting them all. And what you're left with is a sort of map. And that's what we call a process map. So here's one from my business that you can screenshot right now. Now that you have your processes down, we need to make sure that you follow them. So here's the key. You want to implement them using the simplest tools possible, like a spreadsheet, maybe it's sticky notes on your dashboard or an alarm on your phone. Start super simple. The point here is to build the habit of following a good process consistently. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, what the heck? Okay, well, which process do I pick? I've created a little process cheat sheet that you can literally just download in the description. It breaks down exactly what process you should be focusing on at each stage of growth. So whether you're solo or have a small crew or you're just crossed over 1 million, which employees should you hire and what processes will give you the biggest lift is completely free, and it'll save you from wasting weeks building the wrong processes. The link is in the description. So once you have the habit down, then we need to teach the process to the team and build their habit. If you skip this step, you implement the CRM. Day 1, your lead guy forgets how to log his hours. Day 2, someone enters a job in the wrong tab. Day 3, your project manager gives up and goes back to texting you updates. 6 months later, you have incomplete data, frustrated employees, and you're still working till midnight, except now you're also trying to figure out why your fancy software isn't working. So how do you know if your team is ready? When you can honestly answer yes to these questions, you know your team is ready. So here's the first question. Do your employees consistently follow your documented processes? Number 2, can you explain your entire workflow to somebody in under 10 minutes? Number 3, are you manually entering the same data in multiple places? Number 4, would implementing software save you at least 15 hours per week? Number 5, do you have somebody in the business who can manage and oversee the CRM hygiene? So if there's like a piece of data that's missed, they would know who missed it, why, and then message the people to hold them accountable. Number 6, are you doing over 1 million a year. If you answered no to any of these, you're just not ready, and that's okay. So here's how you turn them into a yes. First, it's leadership and training. The biggest bottleneck isn't tracking software, it's whether your team knows exactly what's expected of them and how to deliver it consistently. Number two, simple communication system. Figure out how your team actually likes to communicate. Maybe it's WhatsApp groups per job. Maybe it's daily morning huddles. Work with their preferences, not against them. Number three, process documentation. Like I mentioned, please just start simple. Pick one recurring problem, like materials showing up late, and document every step involved. Then optimize that process until it's bulletproof. Fourth, hiring and team building. The best CRM in the world just can't fix a team that doesn't want to be there or doesn't know how to do the work. Once your team can execute this flawlessly for 3 months using basic tools, then we can think about software to make it more efficient. I got contractors doing 1 to 2 million just on nothing but Google Sheets and text messages because they've mastered their processes and their people. If this video taught you something new about your contracting business, hit that subscribe button. See ya.